Evelyn Dulian and Michelle Alozia getting the starts. Look for Houston to use Sheehan and Colaprico. We're going to focus on getting Taylor Huff higher. That'll allow Penelope Hocking to crash on the wings.
Attack, attack, attack.
Attack, attack, attack. and like I said, that's what they did against Angel City. We'll see if they do it again here. He wants his team to have fun, be on the front foot. But I think you look for Houston to immediately test Silkowitz here. Put the ball on frame, make her make a save.
Well, there you go. Not a too difficult save, but Barbara Olivieri, originally taking the shot.
And you're going to see the clear out, but it doesn't get cleared out far enough. So just that ball sent back.
And a master's from Duke. So yeah, there's certainly a lot of IQ, soccer and otherwise, on the field. How about that play? Oh, the combination with Kunda Nanji setting it on a platter and just a bit high for Caroline Conti.
This is exactly what Bay wants to do. It's the 1-2 touch inside, the quick movement on the ball. Conti finds the little bit of window and takes the shot. This is that attack mentality that Montoya was talking about, just over the bar, but great movement by Bay. Steady. So that means Caprice Didasco, you're not going to see her getting into the attack as much as you're usually used to seeing her.
Little slip from the defense, gets Patterson through. Silkowitz has to come up with a big save.
And this is great transition with the long ball, bypassing lines from Patterson for Houston, and then just taking the time. This is a great save by Silkowitz, and what's so good right here is her positioning. She comes off, she steals a little bit of space. Had she not closed that space a little bit, that could have dipped in above her. If she comes off for Bay, you have solid 1v1 defenders. You have Caprice Didasco, which in my opinion is one of the best 1v1 defenders in the league.
Hocking inside for Huff, and it goes wide.
Good movement again with the ball, just clipping it out wide, and way to get on this and save it for Bay. And here everybody stops for Houston thinking it goes out of bounds, but Bay doesn't and just misses the tip right there. But as a goalkeeper, do not stop, do not raise your...
More air under the ball this time, punched out by Smith. Huff just puts it up for grabs. Smith blocked trying to get to it.
On the flip side of that, what is Bay going to do? They're not doing the attack thing. They've dropped into a low block. Penelope Hocking's not getting on the ball much. So how are they going to change that up?
Olivieri breaking through the crowd. Now Dahlkemper had to come off after being tended to. Looks like she has come back out, but the shot taken and scored! Houston! Right off the hydration break, finds the back of the net. Avery Patterson, her second of the season.
Avery Patterson, and this is just excellent play, opening up the spaces to give your players opportunities. That's what we were talking about earlier. Houston spreading Bay. Patterson just tucks inside and laces on the ball. With that many players, 5 players for Bay around the ball, nobody puts pressure on Patterson close enough to stop this shot, and she makes Bay pay for it.
And you mentioned all those players around the ball.
Somebody's going to step to the ball.
Kunda Nanji in behind for Bay. Hill there, and Smith, the best chance for Bay, coming right back after conceding, and Abby Smith standing tall.
What a save by Smith. This is good work for Bay. Quick transition. Kunda Nanji with a great touch into space. Looks up, and it's a perfect service. But watch Abby Smith. She gets her head across the goal before her body even gets there. That allows her eyes to see where the ball is going, and all it takes is a touch over the top. This is...
Expect that first half whistle to sound, and it does. So 1-0 Avery Patterson's goal in the 33rd, the difference at the half. Son is the sub who has come on for Bay FC, replacing Maddie Morrow in the back. Maybe a bit more of an attacking option at outside back. Right?
Exactly, she's more of an attacking outside back. With Bay.
First in the NWSL, at least it was coming into tonight. Look at Kunda Nanji ready to go. Can you keep up? Rachel Kunda Nanji chases it down in the box for Bay, takes it across, but puts it right to Smith.
Kunda Nanji, this is the other gear I was talking about. That long touch into space. just sets her aside. But look at Penelope Hocking, wide open for that.
She's clearly had it in her mind that she's going to pass. But in moments like that, when it's quick in transition on attack, there's a couple of times we've seen maybe not made the right choice in the end.
Well, you have to wonder if she's reading the goalkeeper and the other players and not making those decisions ahead of them.
Look at this chance for Hocking! Goal! Gay has evened it up in the 53rd. Penelope Hocking for a third straight game slots it home.
Little bit of a window. Remember I told you, find where she is on the field. She's going to punish you. She's so technical on the finish. Bends that around Abby Smith. Nothing Smith can.
Out in San Diego. Kundananji, one-on-one, gets past the defender. Now the goalkeeper's out, and Bay takes the lead!
To tuck it away. But that's how quick Bay can turn this game around.
We're going to call that a pass and an assist, Saskia. Kundananji.
You think Kundananji will say it was a pass?
Here comes Graham, the second half sub, and Houston with a golden opportunity to tie it up.
And just like that, Houston on the front foot. This is a great through ball, well weighted. Grant just can't, and this is well done by Silkowicz. You're gonna see this timing by Silkowicz. By the time Graham looks up, Silkowicz is so big and in front of her.
Rosie probably did not get into this game quite as much as she would have liked.
I think this substitution, it's a like-for-like substitution here, right, with the fresh legs. Needs to do a good job about anticipating those through balls, though. Don't wait for the through ball. Don't wait for the pass. Run into the space or be on the way into the space before they
come into the match, not under too much duress. Oshwala gets her first touch and turns it into a shot.
Talk about a solid first touch.
Yeah.
Really nothing for Oshwala to shoot at, but first touch.
To it now, Kiki Van Zanten's come on. Bright, one-on-one with Dahlkemper, gets her turned, has her shot, scores! Houston ties it up!
Around Silkowicz in stride is just such a nice goal by Messiah Bright. 2-2.
First goal at a Houston in the first of those two meetings last year in particular.
And we're gonna have
Oshwala saved as Abby Smith basically sat on the ball to save it.
Watch this ball. Oshwala is just gonna find that little space in there. She's so quick on the trigger right here. Little space, touch, but it's a great save by Abby Smith. Just being big, letting her body take care of business, getting the ball, hitting her, and then sitting on it. I'm not sure you can
have the game winner in the 10th minute of stoppage. So buckle up. We've got 5 to play with here. There's a shot and a save. It's in. Crossbar. Of course the crossbar also has to add to the storyline of these final minutes. My goodness. Nobody content with that single point. The left-footed shot off the crossbar. Silkowicz just enough to deny Maggie Graham.
Get out of here with the tie against Bay. Know that you came back late in the game. Now you're working on a positive.
That is exactly what will happen. Messiah Bright's equalizer in the 88th minute sends both teams home with a point apiece.